Good morning, hello, and welcome back to the MOJO challenge as we have developed. This is Madison, Rose, Dalmaso, and we are on day number 3 of 365 days together here on my personal Facebook page. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that I'm doing this. Hi, Katerina. I cannot believe that I'm doing this. I woke up again this morning, I'm like, did I really commit to this? Hi, Gabriella, good morning. Good morning, good morning. As you guys are coming on, say hello. I want to be able to every morning and share the 11:11 hour or whatever time it is for you. Eastern Standard Time, it's 11:11 when I go live. But say hello as you come on. If you're watching the replay, comment hashtag MOJO so I know you were here. And if you're new, I hope my connection's okay. If you're new here and this is the first time you've been on live with me, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are doing a 365-day series because I felt called to. That's it. And our theme here is earning more money through joy. And so we've coined the term MOJO challenge because that is why I'm here on this planet. I've realized over the last 18 months that not only am I here to help people manifest their dreams, but even more specifically, I'm here to help people earn millions of dollars through joy. And so it's my goal and dream that by the time that I croak one day, I think I'm going to pass at like 103. I think I'm going to live to 103. I don't know. I'm claiming it. How about you guys? 103 sounds like a vibe. I want to see what a century feels like. You know what I mean? So before I croak one day, my absolute dream is to help 11,111 people become millionaires through joy, through doing what they love, monetizing their joy. And so that is the theme of why we're here. Now, I'm not only going to teach you over the next 363 days. I'm not going to be like teaching you things, right? Like hardcore. That's what my programs are for, the masterclasses are for. My dream is to get you guys to a point where you can get into the programs, where you can get into the master classes, where you can work one-on-one with me one day maybe. Like, oh my gosh, that would be so much fun. And so if I don't help you win here, then I don't win. So I want to help you guys here win, start earning 5, 10K months so that you can start to work with me on bigger and bigger levels and we can start to do things together in the world, to have an impact. And so that is my dream. That's why I'm here. But I'm not only going to be talking about money and joy because there's so many things that fall into those buckets. Good morning, John. Hello. Hi, Emily. Heck yeah. $signs everywhere. I'm not only going to be talking about money and joy. There's so many things that fall under those categories. When we talk about joy, joy is a feeling from within of really gratitude, right? The foundation of joy is gratitude. And gratitude for me is like the key to the kingdom. Gratitude for me could change everything in an instant if I needed to, if I wanted to. For example, this morning has been one of those mornings where it's just like everything's working out for you. You know what I mean? So I woke up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and so grateful to be alive and breathing another day. And I roll over and I have this big, yummy, handsome, big man next to me. For those of you who don't know, his name is Eric. We've been in a relationship for 2.5 years. So it wasn't a random man, it was my man. And so I see him and I'm like, oh my gosh, love you, love you, love you. And then I'm like, I would love a Starbucks. So I get in my car and I drive 2 minutes down the road to go get Starbucks. And I get in there and the lady's like, oh ma'am, it's a 30-minute wait. And I'm like, I have to be in live in like 20 minutes. But she said it was a 30-minute wait. But I wanted to go get a Starbucks and I knew that wasn't on accident. So I was like, that's interesting. Okay, whatever. I knew I wasn't going to be late for this. I knew I would figure it out. And worst case scenario, if I didn't get it in time, I would just leave, go in my car, do this with you guys, and then go back and get my coffee. But I was like, I don't know, something about it. I'm just going to do it. I'm really grateful just to be here in a cafe. It's the morning. Right, and I'm looking around and everyone's got these like mean faces on there like this. They're like staring at the people working behind the counter. The people working behind the counter are like frantically trying to get everything together and make everyone's food and get everyone's drinks together. I'm like, oh my gosh, everyone's so miserable in here. So I'm like, la-di-da-di-da. I go on my phone. I'm responding to people on Instagram who are joining the 365-day MOJO challenge. And I'm saying hello and congratulations and welcome and following them back and doing all the things. And all of a sudden I hear my name, Maddie. I'm like, it's like 2 minutes have passed. She said it was a 30-minute wait. It's been 2 minutes. My drink was ready in 2 minutes. And then I heard her say, one lady came in, she's like, ma'am, it's a 30-minute wait. And the lady goes, oh, really? She goes, yes, but anything freshly brewed, we can get it to you right away. I'm like, I never order. Today, what did I get? I got a grande pumpkin sweet cream cold brew. So it's a cold brew. So it's already been made fresh to order. But I had no idea. I just navigated towards the cold brew this morning for whatever reason. I know the reason. I had to be on this live and I wanted to get the heck out of there, but I was just willing to see what happened. And so I got my coffee in 2 minutes, and then I also ordered a little pumpkin warm loaf. And so I went up to her and I said, hey, don't worry about warming up my loaf. I live 2 minutes down the road. I'll just take it cold and I'll warm it up in the microwave. She's like, oh my gosh, okay, here you go. I'm like, thank you. Walking out, all these people are staring at me like, how did she get her food before we did? And I'm like, oh, isn't life just so good? It's just so good. Things can work out better than you imagine all the time. And I don't always have this attitude, right? Sometimes I'm like, argh. But today I was really happy and I was really excited about life, and I was willing to wait 30 minutes and figure it out. But also I was like, I don't feel like it's going to take 30 minutes for me. I feel like it's going to be a lot faster. And then it was. So anchoring in gratitude is just so important. When things don't seem to be going your way, it's fine. That's fine. That has nothing to do with you. You can still get everything that you are asking for despite what the world looks like. Okay? Most people would have been like, oh my gosh, 30 minutes, that was awful. I hate this. This sucks. My filter is glitching. They'd be like, I hate this. This is awful, right? I'm out of here. This Starbucks is awful. This stinks. But when you anchor in gratitude, it's like, well, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'll be fine either way. I'm grateful that there's a coffee shop that I can drive to 2 minutes down the road. I'm grateful that they're brewing coffee. I'm grateful that there's workers that like to work here. I'm grateful that I love Starbucks coffee. I'm grateful that I could also just go home and make a coffee, or I could just go home and do my live in my car. Right? There's so many ways to just be like, oh, it's okay. It's gonna work out. It's fine. No big deal. I'm alive. I'm breathing. Everything's fine. I'm okay. I'm safe. Right? Adopting an attitude of gratitude, dun, 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 will change everything for you. I got off a little bit of a tangent there, but I guess we're just going to talk about gratitude today. What I wanted to tell you was, over the next 300 and some odd days, I'm going to be talking to you about how to navigate your emotions, because that's really important for experiencing the feeling of joy in your world. Hi Natalie, welcome. Hi Emmanuel. Hi Angie. Good morning. I'm going to be teaching you not only how to navigate your emotions, because your emotions dictate your joy, right? If you don't know how to navigate your emotions and you're not emotionally intelligent, then what happens is your joy suffers. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about how to earn money through joy, like actually practically what I do and everything like that. We'll probably talk about social media at some point, I'm assuming, because that's also what I do. We'll talk about manifestation. We'll talk about, how to co-create what it is that you want, how to personally create the life of your dreams, of course. Manifestation and personal creation is like the backbone to everything that I do. And it trickles into every single program, every single word that I say, right? It's the backbone of which everything else comes from, is personal creation, or you could say manifestation, whatever you want to call it, right? Your ability to manifest. I like to say personal creation because I feel like the word manifestation is just a little bit overused now. And personally creating is really what we're doing, right? We're personally creating the life that we want for ourselves, and that's what it is. So there we go. I feel like it's also more tangible as well than, ooh, I'm gonna learn how to manifest today. It's like, I'm gonna personally create the life of my dreams. Like, I'm gonna do this. We're probably also gonna talk about source and God and all that fun stuff as well, because that's a big part of what I do too. I never would have known, I never would have had a relationship with source or God without understanding my mind. So we're gonna talk about the mind, we're gonna talk about so many things, but the overall gist of it is, if you desire to create more money through joy, and you desire to personally create a life of your dreams, business of your dreams, right? Most of you are going to have businesses, and if you don't yet, you're probably going to at some point if you stick with me, because if you look at all the multimillionaires in the world, or even, you know, 7-figure earners, millionaires, they sell something. And I said this the other day on the live as well. People who really earn what they want, they sell something. And it doesn't need to be scary and this big daunting thing. Like, I remember the first time I heard that, and I was like, how am I ever going to run a business? You know, like little 18, 19-year-old Maddie, I was like, how am I ever going to run a business? How am I ever going to come up with something to sell? Like, do I have to invent something? You know what I mean? I had no idea what it was, but I knew that I was going to do something big like that, but I didn't know what it was. And so if you don't know what it is yet, you're like, I don't know what I'm super passionate about. I don't know what it is that I'm going to sell. I don't know what kind of business I would have. It's fine. Stick with me. I promise you, you'll be just scrubbing your hair in the shower and washing your hair and being all sudsy in the shower, and all of a sudden it will just, and I'll be like, oh, that's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm going to do. Hi, Christy. Good morning. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to do X, right? So don't force it, right? Over the last 2 weeks, when I was when I was asking God, universe, source, angels around me to refine why I was here. Because before I'm going to teach people how to manifest, right? I'm going to teach people for the rest of my life how to personally create their dreams. That was my thing for for 5 years. And as of recently, I was like, I want to refine this. Like, I want it to be even more specific. I want to speak to a certain person who's like, yes, this is me. And so I was saying my affirmation. I'm so happy and grateful now that every day in every way my purpose gets clearer and clearer. I know who I am and what I'm meant to do here. So that every day. And all of a sudden I'm in the shower, in common hours. I'm not forcing, I'm not thinking, what's my purpose? I'm not wrestling with this idea, but I've been affirming it over the last, 10, 12, 13, 14 days. And then all of a sudden, in common hours, when I least expect it, because that's how this works, boom, it lands. And I'm like, oh, I need to get out of the shower so I can write this down. We were on the Matrix and Heels Mastermind the other day. Matrix and Heels is a membership. It's actually not a membership, it's a year-long program, but there's a monthly installment plan that's 12 months. So some people think it's membership, but it's not. It's a year-long program. And we focus on money. It's all about money, manifesting money, wealth energetics, the practical side of money, like how to handle your funds, how to allocate funds, how to save, and all that stuff. And so we're in there and we're having a chat, and we had a guest speaker in, because we have a guest speaker in there every month that's an expert in some area of wealth. And, did I just lose it? Dang it, why am I saying this? What was it saying? Money, Matrix and Heels, we were having a conversation. What were we talking about? Oh my word, maybe I'm not meant to tell you that this morning. What was I saying? Okay, we're gonna move on. Talking about money, talking about Matrix and Heels, we're talking about landing in common hours. I don't know. Let's go back on track. So it's going to happen. The things are going to come around when you least expect it. And that's just kind of what we were talking about, I believe, in that group. We were having a combo in there. I don't remember what it was. But the combo was around, trying to get something versus allowing it to come in. And most of the time, the things that you're wanting to manifest or personally create are the things that will come to you, and they'll just pop up randomly and you're like, oh my gosh, like I wasn't even trying today and it landed for me. I wasn't even trying to figure it out today and it landed for me. It's the process of over and over and over again of auto-suggestion that eventually will open the channel for you to receive what it is that you're asking for, and that will be in common hours. Like common hours meaning like you'll be doing your hair and you'll be like, oh my god, I got it. Let's see. Love that affirmation. The pic of Matrix and heels is why I started following you. Ah, Patsy, that makes me so happy. You was in the shower and found your purpose. Oh yeah, I was. I don't think that was it, I don't know what it was, but yeah, I was in the shower, I was sudsing my hair around, and that's when it landed for me. And so if you're kind of wrestling with, hi Nick, welcome to the chat. If you're kind of wrestling with what your purpose is here, what you're doing here, don't wrestle with it. Just repeat the affirmation I've given you. Even if you have no idea what it is yet, it's fine. I didn't know what it was either when I was 18. For 3 months, I didn't know what it was. And I said this affirmation every single day in faith that it would be unfolded to me. It would be shown to me. Like I would discover it within me. Somehow, some way, I didn't know. But I was so excited of knowing what that was. I wasn't forcing. I wasn't like, if this doesn't happen, I'm going to be mad. I wasn't like giving the universe an ultimatum or anything like that. I was just in the spirit of, I want this, and I'm gonna believe that I have it even if I don't have it. I'm gonna believe that I have my purpose even if I don't have it, because I want it. And as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So I'm going to think in my heart that I have my purpose even if I don't consciously know what that is yet, and I'm going to excitedly, I'm going to eagerly wait for it to be presented to me. This is the attitude that I have with everything that I'm personally creating, by the way. Something about wealth, Ange. I know. It's gone. It's so gone. I have no idea what it was. No idea. I don't know. That's the state of mind you want to be in. When I see a lot of people come into personal development, especially if it's like their first rodeo, and they're like, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. Their energy around personally creating what it is that they want is so intense. And when you're super intense and super like on something, your energy is very resistant, right? It's like you're forcing it too much, and force negates, right? Force, yes, another live. It'll come back to me and then we'll talk about it tomorrow or something. Another live. One of the 360 something lives, we'll talk about what I forgot today. But force negates, right? Force repels. And so if you're forcing something and you notice that you're in that feeling of like, I've got to get this or else, or I'm forcing this because, or you have this like impatient energy around what it is that you're asking for, you know that you're forcing it, and force negates. You're I won't say never because I don't like that word. I don't like the words never or always. They're very limiting. Very, very, very limiting. Very limiting. If you say always and never to anyone, I would start paying attention to that, especially to your partners. You always don't pick up their socks. You never do the laundry. You never listen to me. Dangerous words. We'll save that for another live as well. You want to pay attention to the energy that you have when you're asking for your purpose. If you're wrestling with it, you're pushing it away. If you're waiting for it like a kid on Christmas morning, you're doing the right thing. You're in the mode, you're in the zone. You're like, yes, I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'm excited for it, and I'm gonna do the best that I can in the meantime with what I have in front of me, and I'm gonna enjoy my life, and I'm gonna sit in gratitude, and I'm gonna have fun regardless. And one day, I just know that it will pop into my head. Maybe I'll be in the shower like Maddie was, and I'll have the shower moment where I'm like, oh my God, that's my purpose. Forcing things never gets us closer to the thing. It always brings us further away. And the way that you know that, the way that you can like know where you're at, whether you're forcing or allowing, is just by the way that you feel. It's very, very simple. Very simple, right? It's like, am I feeling like I'm trying too hard here and I'm in my masculine? Or do I feel like I'm like, I can't wait to see what it is? It's kind of like if, I don't know why this is coming to me, but it's kind of like if you're like, I'm gonna go to a pumpkin patch this fall. Pumpkins are a vibe right now. And my pumpkin coffee. I'm gonna go to this pumpkin patch and I'm gonna find the best pumpkin. It's gonna be so round, it's not gonna have any weird funky stuff on it. It's gonna be perfectly orange, it's gonna be nice and plump and juicy and round. I'm gonna get my pumpkin, I'm gonna paint my pumpkin, it's gonna be the most perfect pumpkin. And you go to the pumpkin patch and you're like, that's not perfect, that one's not perfect, that's not perfect, that one's not it, that one's not it, that one's not it. Oh my gosh, there's no good pumpkins in this patch. Where are all the good pumpkins? There's no good pumpkins. And finally you see one that's a nice pumpkin and you're like, it has a thingy on it. And you keep attracting more poopy pumpkins. And then you look at your friend and she's like, oh, look at the pumpkin that I found. I didn't even think I would find this one so perfect. And you're like, how did you find that perfect pumpkin? I've been looking for that perfect pumpkin. Why did you find it and I didn't? And then you're like, I hate pumpkins. I don't want to carve one. I don't like pumpkins anymore. I hate fall. I'm thinking of the Grinch. I hate Christmas! Like, I hate pumpkin season! Versus, you go there and you're like, I hope I find a nice cute pumpkin that I can paint. I know I'm gonna find one that I love. I can't wait to see which one that is. You go through the patch and you're like, ooh, I like that one has that one and I would like it to have this, this, and this as well. Ooh, I love that one's perfectly round. It has some stuff on it. I would like one that's just like that but with no stuff on it. Let's see if I can find one. I'm gonna go find one. I'm gonna go on a hunt. See if I can find one. Ooh, is this one it? Is this one it? Is this one it? Is this one it? Is it this one? Oh my gosh, I think it's this one. I got my pumpkin. I love my pumpkin. I'm gonna go paint my pumpkin. Right? Two different energies. One is totally overly in your masculine and one's in your feminine. I talk about sales a lot in my world, and when you're selling something to someone, you're in your masculine. When you're offering something to someone, you're in your feminine. It's like, would you like some cheese? No? Okay, that's fine. You should have this cheese. This is Monojack cheese. It's Monojack? I've never said that word in my life. I don't even know what that tastes like. I just see it at the grocery store. Like, take this Pepperjack Monojack cheese. It's so good because it's gonna be this, this, and this, and you're gonna love it, and you're gonna put it with some ham and some turkey and some crackers, and here you go, it's gonna be amazing. Eat this cheese. I don't know, trust me, eat this cheese, you're gonna freaking love this cheese. And they get it, they're like, it's okay. It's fine. You're like, oh my gosh, you should love this cheese. I'm never asking this man for cheese again. Versus the lady that comes around pleasantly. Would you like this cheese? No, thank you. Would you like this one? No, thank you. Would you like this one? No, thank you. Would you like this one? Oh, yes, I love that one. I love brie cheese. Let me have it with some jelly jam on my cracker. No one got tired of the woman that was coming around and offering. She was so pleasant. In fact, they look forward to seeing what cheese she brought next to see if it was right for them. Oh, that's the cheese that I want. Versus the guy that comes around. You should all take this cheese. You should take this cheese because this is a good cheese. And did you know that this one comes from a farm in Oklahoma? And this one came from a cow? And this one came from a goat? And this one came from a chicken? Chickens don't make cheese? You're like, I'm good. I'm trying to enjoy my conversation. You're interrupting me. I'm good. Go away. Shoo. Never come back. I don't want to be sold cheese. But I would love to find out what cheese I love the most. See the difference? So with your purpose, it's like, oh, maybe it's this. Oh, maybe it's that. Oh, maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. Maybe you're online and you see something, you're like, oh, could that be my purpose? Could this be my purpose? Could it be that? Could it be that? It's a different energy than like, I don't have my purpose. What is it? If I don't find it today, then I don't have one. If it doesn't come in 1 week, then it's not there. Right? You want to get into this like playful energy, this like kid-like, fantasy-like energy of like, oh, I'm so excited to see what it is. And trusting and knowing that it's coming. I've developed this really playful energy with God, with the universe, with source, because I've built enough evidence in my life with this process that I know that it always works out. I've done it too many times. I've seen it work out too many times for me, for clients that I work with, that I believe that it always works out for me. I always see it work out for me. It always does. And so I've concreted and stamped that belief into my subconscious. So when I set out to go do something new, or when I set out to desire something, or when a new desire pops up in my mind, I know it's already done. Just a matter of time before it pops out. That's all. That's it. That's it. For example, before this live video, I'm at Starbucks. I'm like, wonder what I'm going to talk about today. No idea. 15 minutes before the live. No idea what I'm talking about. In fact, I didn't even know what I was going to talk about when I sat down. But I know that universe always meets me where I'm at. Always, 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 always. And so as soon as I sat down, up in my mouth, guess what? Blah, 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 blah. It all comes out. And it's effortless, and it's fun, and it's easy, and we get to connect, we get to have fun, we get to have our pumpkin coffee together, and then we get to go about our beautiful Sunday morning. So what in your life are you trying to force? Where are you overly exerting yourself and your masculine? Where in your life can you lean back a little bit and be like, it's okay, I'm safe, I'm alive, I'm breathing, doesn't need to happen today, it may be tomorrow, it may happen the next day, but I know it's gonna happen, I have faith that it's gonna happen, I know it's on its way to me, I just can't see it with my eyeballs yet, but I know it's on its way to me, I know it's coming, I know that I always get what I ask for. Ask and ye shall receive, knock and it shall be open to you. I think I butchered one of those, but you get what I'm saying? It's in scripture, it's in the, what do they say? What's that one? The Quran. The Quran, it's in the Bible, it's in all the things. It's in metaphysics, it's in all the things. Ask and you shall receive. Trying to force success. Oh my gosh. This is the thing, guys. The guy with the cheese that walks around and he's like, you should get this cheese. This is monojack, this is pepperjack, this is Gouda. Have you guys seen She's the Man? Where she's like, where they talk about Gouda? I don't know, that just came to mind. The guy that sells hardcore and is masculine, he's gonna sell cheese. But at the end of the day, he's gonna be exhausted. He's gonna be like this. I never want to sell cheese again. I love cheese, but I hate cheese because I never want to sell it again. No one wants to buy from me. It's so hard to sell it to people. It's so much effort. It's so much energy. I'm exhausted. I never want to sell cheese again. Well, the waitress is going to be like, la 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 la, cleaning off my plate, counting my money, counting all my money. Everyone bought cheese from me. Everyone was so happy with the cheese. I could do this for the rest of my life. Why? Why is one person burnt to the max and one could keep going all night? When you're in your masculine, you're like giving, 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 exerting, 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 exerting. When you're in your feminine, you're receiving, you're allowing, you're in the flow. You're like, it's fine. Buy it, don't buy it, get it, don't get it, it's fine. I'll tell you about the next cheese that comes out and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and whatever one's right for you. That's the one you're going to buy because you get to buy the way that you want to buy, and I trust that you're going to buy at some point and everything's fine and everyone gets what they want. When you're trying to force success, you're going to burn yourself out every single time. Every time. Whether you have your own business, whether you're selling charcuterie boards, or whether you are, an employee. Every single time you try to force your way there, you're going to end up like this. Like the man that tried too hard to sell the cheese. And the thing is, both work, right? So this is what we've seen time and time again. And this is what I saw when I first got into the personal development world. People, really in their masculine, men and women, who were really, forcing this success thing. They're like, getting on all the calls and they're objection handling and they're doing all this stuff, and it was freaking exhausting for me. I mean, I'd get off a sales call and need to go take a nap. Like, I did sales calls, but I would get off and be like, I'm so exhausted. That person sucked the life out of me. Oh, great, they signed up. Woohoo! I wish they didn't. This is going to be a nightmare for the next 10 months. Versus the person who comes along and is like, Maddie, I've been following you and I love following you and I love watching you for the last 300 days. And so I want to work with you for a whole year. What do I pay? I'm like, oh, this is fun. I want to work with you. You want to work with me. You're ready to pay. You can make your own decisions. You can think all this out by yourself. I don't need to say anything to you. We're just a match for each other. And now we're doing this beautiful rendezvous. And we're going to have the time of our lives with the next year together. And you're going to get what I want. You're going to get what you want. And I'm going to get what I want. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be magical. There's a different energy. And both work. The more that you tap into receiving and being okay if your purpose doesn't come tomorrow or your purpose doesn't come this week. It's like, well, it could come tomorrow, it could come this week, it could come this month. Hell, it could come at some point before the new year and I'll be happy. I just want to know what it is. When? None of my business. Maybe I'm not ready for it yet. That's fine. Fine. I'll do the best that I can in my life right now. I'll work with what I've got right now. I'll show up in my joy right now. I'll learn to receive more right now. I'll learn to play more right now. I'll learn to be happier, more in gratitude right now. And when and if my purpose comes, that would be an amazing freaking day. If it never comes, it's fine too. I can love my life no matter what. Different. You're not attached to it. You know when people say, I've got to set a time limit for these because I could talk all day. You know people say let go and, let go of it. Like know what you want but let go of it. What they mean is practice non-attachment so that you don't have this anxious masculine energy over it because that's force and force negates. So anytime someone says let go of your manifestation so that they can come to you, that's really what they mean. Hi Selena, hi Shadab, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay, so the message for today is maybe you keep repeating the affirmation, right? Every day, and I'm so happy and grateful now that every day in every way my purpose gets clearer and clearer. I know who I am and what I'm meant to do here. Maybe you repeat that every day like I did and sometimes do whenever I need to refine things. Maybe you keep repeating that. Maybe you write down a bunch of ideas that you have of maybe what your purpose could be. Maybe you look at your life and you start saying, where can I sit back a little bit more? Where can I relax a little bit more than I've been doing? Where in my life am I like attacking things versus allowing them to just occur? Maybe you just look at that. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to do anything. Don't judge yourself. There's no shame here, right? We're all here to learn and just have fun the next 362 days. So look at your life. Where are you overly exerting yourself? Maybe it's in your relationship. Maybe you're trying too hard and you're like trying to figure everything out, trying to plan everything. Maybe it's with your kids. Maybe it's in your job. Maybe it's in your business. Maybe it's with money. Maybe it's with your purpose. Where is it that you're like this? Where you can kind of sit back and be like, everything's fine. I'm okay. Everything's working out for me, right? Okay, got it. Got it, good. Okay, so if you came for today's live and that is why you are here, you may go. Today's live is ending. I'm gonna now move into talking about the programs coming up, and for those of you who are ready and want to take the next step, amazing. For those of you who don't, amazing. See what I did there? It's fine. Everything's fine. Join, don't join. Soak this up, don't soak it up. I'm here, I'm doing it. That's it. Okay, so on the 22nd of this month, September, we are starting a live program, a brand new live program called Universal Law Academy. If you would like the link to check out all the details, then comment I want the link below or send me the link, and myself or someone on my team will send you the link. If you have any questions, you can always message the Madison Rose team on Facebook. And myself, sometimes I'm in there answering messages, sometimes it's someone on my team, but we'll get to your question, we'll answer any questions you have. We do not do sales calls, we do not get on the phone with anybody, I don't talk to anybody, I don't even talk to my own team. We go back and forth via voice note, that's it. We're like a concierge. So if you have questions, we're here to answer them, we're here to guide you. If not, I love you and everything's fine, everything's perfect. Universal Law Academy will be teaching you how to take the 12 universal laws and apply them to business and joy. we're going to be hyper-focused for the rest of my life on using and learning everything as it pertains to earning more money through joy and creating a really full, fun, abundant life for yourself here on planet Earth. I feel like an alien. And so there's 12 universal laws. So we're going to go through each one. It's a 12 module program. So it's a 13-day program. There's 12 modules, and then there's one Q&A at the end. So this is a big program. Once you purchase it, I believe the price right now is $333. The price will be going up some point in the next 48 hours, whenever we feel like we're going to up it. And we're starting on the 22nd. You'll have access to the course for 1 year, okay? Or until the next live round of the program. So ULA is something that I'm probably going to do over and over and over again, just because I'm going to be learning more, I'm going to be becoming more, and it's a fun program that I'm going to want to do again and again and again, I think. So you'll have access for a year or until the next time we run the program live. What else? So you can binge it and watch it as many times as you want throughout the next year. And then when we do the live one, obviously, if you want to do it again with us, you're able to be in the live energy again and do it again with us. So that is that. Some of you have been asking, Maddie, you do so many things. How do I be a part of all the things? Okay, so we don't really talk about this much, but the people that are already in our programs know about it. We do have an inner circle. Inner circle is a year-long program where you get access to every single live program that I do. So you get Manifestation Bible, you get Constant Cash, you get Digital Course Academy, you get Paid to Be Yourself, you get Universal Law Academy, you get The Power of Now, you get Reinvent Yourself. You get all the programs that we do live throughout the year. It does not include any masterminds. So the Matrix and Heals mastermind is not included in Inner Circle. The Thinking into Results mastermind is not included in Inner Circle. And one-on-one coaching is, of course, not included in Inner Circle. However, Inner Circle, you get all of the previous things that I've ever done. So you get the replays to everything that we're not running again. So there's a few things that we're never going to do again that you'll get the replays for to binge right away. And then you're going to have access for a year from the time that you join for every single live program that we do. If you want the link to that, we'll leave the link to that below, but you get everything for a year. And then once your Inner Circle time is over, if you've purchased any on their own, you will keep those, but obviously everything else you lose access to because your time is over. But you have a whole year to go through everything and soak everything up. And guys, a year is a really long time when you have access to all the things. So it's amazing. So we do have that. We've created that for the people who want all the things. They're like, Maddie, I don't want to worry about what you're doing next. I just want to be in all the things. That's fine. We also have Matrix and Heals VIP, which if you're already in Matrix and Heals, we have an MIH VIP option, which is Matrix and Heals plus Inner Circle. So you get the MIH Mastermind plus Inner Circle, which is a really fun combo because that means you get live group coaching from myself every month. We have 3 calls a month right now. And you get all the Inner Circle programs. So you're like set for the year. It's like a really good combo. MAH VIP is gold. That one, I believe, I'll leave the link for that below as well. I'm blanking on all the prices right now, but we'll leave the links below. After every video we do, whatever I mention in the videos, I will leave the links for you below to check them out. Shadab said, am I still working with Procter & Gallagher, with Bob's company? I do, so we still offer the Thinking into Results program. I say we, I mean the Madison Rose brand. I run the Thinking into Results program twice a year. We actually just started round 1. I revamped the whole program and reorganized it and redid the structure of how we go through it. We just started round 1 on September 16th, and the next round will be in January 2023. So 2 times a year, end of the year and the beginning of the year, we do the TIR Mastermind for 3 months. So we still do that. So short answer is yes, we do. And if you would like the info for that, I'll also leave that below. I'm going to have to watch this back and leave all the links that I've mentioned below, but I will do that for you guys. TIR is, I mean, it's incredible. It's what I first went through the first time I got into personal development. It's a program that helped me come up with the affirmation that I've been sharing with you guys to find my purpose. That's where I came up with that affirmation. That's where I found my purpose for the first time, was in that container, that program. And that's the program that helped me manifest my first dream car. So it's an amazing program. We've already started. It's not open for enrollment right now. However, we do have a wait list, and I'll leave that link for you guys below so that you can enter on the wait list. You can get on the wait list so that you're notified when the program opens again. Good morning, Anne! I'm just leaving, but I'm so happy to see your name pop up. Okay, if this video is helpful for you guys and you'd like to share it, I would love it if you shared this video with anyone that you feel like would benefit from it. And every month we're going to do a magic drawing, and we're going to pick one winner out of all the people that shared. The more you share, the more times you enter the bucket. So at the end of the month, we're going to get all the names together, we're going to pick it out of a bucket, and then we're going to send you a gift. So there will be 12 winners throughout our experience together. Okay, happy Sunday. Cheers. I love you guys. Thanks for being here, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern and every day after that for the next year. Bye for now.